at Bethany Lakes. Today is January 2nd, second day of 2026. Taking out a crackleback variant, but this time in an orange. The other day I was tying it in a more of a cream brown color, and I figured let's go with this orange. Another high-vis look at things. Temperature is actually in the 80s. Very unusual for a December here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And today I brought my old school, let's see, what is this thing? Eagle Claw rod, 9'5" weight on an old White River Bass Pro Shop brand 5-weight large arbor reel. Had this many years before I switched over to a different outfit. It's gonna go and work the ponds here and let's see what it gets us. Got my polarized glasses, so hopefully that'll help with finding the fishies. Let's go start over here, other side of these trees, and then I'll work my way around the first pond and on to the next pond. And right now I'm taking advantage of some downtime that I have where I can get away from the day job and get out here and do some fishing during the day. Little break before yours truly has to actually go back to work. Let's go and take advantage of it, do a little live stream, mobile fishing live stream. All right, and hopefully the bass will be more active today. We had a front come in the other day and that kind of slowed things down when things warmed up, but it still was kind of slow day after the front. And then right after that, next day after that, things kind of warmed up. So I'm hoping third day like this, especially being in the 80s, I might get an opportunity to get a fish or two. More active bass, okay? So let me get this thing wet. I'm gonna fish it wet. So it's a crackleback variant and I like to fish it wet at this time of year. So I'm only just trying to pop that out there and get it out. Come on. All right, maybe it'll start soaking here soon. Almost. This is that single feather fly. Okay, I do like that high-vis look, orange, so I can see it from afar. And well, let's start fishing it. It's starting to do a little sinky sink that I want. Okay, and I'll just kind of work these the edges here initially, and then I'll cast out a little bit further. I gotta watch behind me though, because there are folks walking behind. Certainly don't want to catch them on my back cast. Still kind of fishing dry right now. I need to soak a little bit more. There we go. Starting to go under more often. All right. That's a 5-weight rod. Heavier compared to the 2-weight I was using yesterday. Shouldn't be a problem hooking into a fish then here. Okay. And I'm using that orange crackleback variant, single fly, 1 feather fly. And I did bring the proof ball with me so I can do a little picture and whatnot and do a little catch and release, but at the same time get a good idea as to how big these fish or how little these fish are. I've been catching mainly dinks over here these past few days with the occasional so half-pounder maybe. Bigger ones that I did see the other day didn't want to bite, so it's just kind of working. I'll do these short pull retrieves, kind of keep working it. Temperature being in the low 80s, I'm hoping that the fish are going to be more active than they have been. All right, and for those that are joining, I'm here in Allen, Texas, Metroplex of the Dallas-Fort Worth area here in Texas. And I'm fishing the 1 feather fly, crackleback variant. Right now it's kind of riding high, if not dry at times, which is perfect when I fish this during the warmer months for bass and other things feeding on the surface. But right now I kind of want it to sink below the surface and kind of get these little bluegill to strike. All right, so far it's been slim pickings, but let's maybe cast it out a little bit further. Maybe they might be lurking out there a little bit more. So let me get out some line. Okay. Hope I got some tangles in the line. There we go. A little bit further out. Let's see what happens. All right, a little short twitchy twitch. See if I get them. The other day I had them hit right at the end of the pull, the short pull, where I kind of hesitate like that and then they would hit it. Today, let's see what the pattern is. Get it over here. Okay. Try working a little bit faster too. It is riding pretty high though. I need to get it to sink more. Okay, come on. All right. And I got my polarized glasses, so I might get the indication of a strike well before he strikes. See the guy coming up behind it maybe. Let's see. Working a shallow area near the rocks. and these roots. Okay. Just keep doing this twitchy motion for now, a little pulsation, that little saddle hackle plume, a little feather, a little breathing action on there. Howdy, howdy, how's it going? Fine big fish scent. Oh, awesome, man. Thank you. Appreciate the gifts and donations and whatnot. It's been very helpful coming out here, and appreciate the support. Hopefully I can deliver with maybe a fish or two on this little crackleback variant. And certainly call out any questions you may have. All right, and really it's just taking it easy, enjoying a really nice day, unusually warm day here in Texas, North Texas, but I'll take that over some of those cold days that we'll probably be having here in the next few. January going into February, definitely get cold on us. But let's see if these bass want to strike. All right, let's pop it out this way. Getting tangled. Okay, I'm just gonna keep pulsing it. Do a little flip of the fly. Let's get it underneath, close to those trees. Sometimes I get them kind of little bass and fingerling kind of working these shallows like this. But hey, there's a biggie in there. At least the other day when I came out, some 1 to 3 pounders were lurking over there by the feeder creek. I need to get the line, and I just couldn't get them to strike. All right, this 5-weight, it's a trusty old 5-weight I've had for years. It was gathering dust, and I says, hey, I better take this guy out and give it a little fishy, see if we can catch some fish with it. It's got a fast action tip, but does not feel as balanced as a normal TFO or Reddington that I use. But after a few casts, I'll remember how it feels. All right, let's move on over here. Okay, over there I mentioned before that there's a channel that runs into this canal-like thing that's all over here by this fencing, and sometimes I'm able to coax a strike or two there. Let me take up some of this line. I don't need as much. Okay, walk it up a little bit. Okay, let's see. All right, let's pop it over here by the cypress knees. Bunch of roots there, and hopefully I can get one to pop out and hit this. Nope. Okay, all right. We should get some hits here soon. This is prime time right now, and the weather is really nice, and temperatures are promising. So I'm thinking that maybe we might look into some hungry bass here in a little bit. I did tie this on a size 8. The other day I was using a size 6 streamer hook. Got some good hookups there, but I was like, let me tie it on a size 8 and try this orange instead of that cream colored saddle hackle. See if that might help things, maybe get some more strikes. So far it's not been good, but I can see it pulsing really nicely. Man, that thing looks awesome. If I were a fish, I would strike that. Let me show you the closer view of it. Howdy, howdy. The fine big fish, Chris Ecolt. Howdy, howdy. Let me show you the fly that I'm using, just to level set everything. It's right here, made with some tying thread and orange saddle hackle in this case. You can use any saddle hackle, but you definitely want one with lots of this fibery stuff sticking out. And what happens is as it gets wet, it'll start closing in and collapsing on itself and start looking more like a minnow. It can be fish dry, like right now it's on the surface, just kind of floating there. And I didn't even try or put any dry fly floating, but that is the setup that I use when I'm fishing for the bass in the summer. We got all these bugs and dragonfly, damselfly things kind of swimming or flying about, and those guys are feeding on it. So I just cast it out there, it'll float on the surface, and boom, I usually get a hit. All right, when they're feeding on those guys that are hatching, but right now they're not. But luckily, with a couple of short pulls, it dives under, and I got a nice little pulsing looking minnow just kind of edging through the water. All right, so stay tuned. I anticipate hooking up with a fish or two here in a moment. Of course, don't we all do that as fishermen? Wait a minute, look over there. That whole back area got flooded. Let's go check it out real quick. Okay, back here in the Horseshoe Pond where they stocked it with trout, this back area has some warming cables that, they warm the water for some reason. I don't know why. I put them there years ago. And when it gets flooded like this and warms up, sometimes the bass will be cruising in the shallows. We're talking inches deep. Sometimes small ones, sometimes big ones. It's hit or miss, but I haven't seen it this flooded in a while. So I want to go over here to this one spot that looks like I have an open area, and I'm gonna see if I can coax a fish to strike here. Walk it up a little bit. All right. Yeah, it's very shallow, but I'm always surprised to see how often I'm able to coax a fish or two out of these shallow waters. Okay, I would say it's less than a foot, if not half a foot deep. I'm gonna walk slowly, kind of look in the water, see if something's moving about. All right, I see a lot of roots and whatnot. I'm not seeing much fish activity. All right, very shallow water. Okay, but there's some pockets that look promising. All right, yeah, in the summer I would take out a little grasshopper, foam grasshopper, come out here and fish these flooded areas when opportunity arise. And by just doing this, usually you get a passing bass or something kind of cruising by, and you get his attention and you get him to strike. All right, but right now I'm not sure if they're here, but there's a couple of spots I want to try before we move on. So inches of water, fishing a little crackleback variant. Mainly just going to be popping it through these openings and just kind of let the fly kind of sink in there and see if I can get somebody's attention. Okay, all right, I'm not seeing anything right now, but this is classic flooded waters where I'm able to get some of these little bass and whatnot, kind of working these flats and get a fish or two, but I'm not seeing anything right now. So just wanted to give it a try just in case, and then we'll move on. Okay, all right, well, I gave it a try. All right, pretty cool. Yeah, no swimming, no wading. What's funny is when they first put these trees, they put a whole bunch of trees right in this area here. Like yeah, you see some of them over there. I don't know why they put it there, because if you know these lakes, most times the water level's really up back over here, this whole area, so those trees would be flooded. Anyhow, so we did get several droughts, so they got big enough to get bigger, but I think the 3 of them are dead now that used to be there, because, well, I guess they're not water trees. All right, we got folks joining. Howdy, how are you? How you guys doing? All right, appreciate the support and coming out here doing a little fishy. Let's see, oh man, let's see. I'm seeing some, wow, there's some folks doing stuff. How you doing, Matthew? Appreciate the gift. Looking forward to more of these in 2026, mobile fishing live streams. All right, just coming out and seeing if I can get something to bite. And, well, it's a warmer day, so I'm anticipating a better bite. We'll see. We'll go back across this bridge and we'll head out into the main pond and see what happens. Hello. All right, let's go over here on this edge. Yesterday when I came out, right over there where some gentleman's going, right by the that concrete structure where it goes in the canal. A nice sized bass, about yay big, just sitting there lurking, teasing me, telling me try catching me or not. Pretty much ignored my lure or my fly, but hey, that's fishing. Let's go on over here and work this area here. The other day it was slim pickings, but again it was a colder day, and I made the mistake yesterday where I just walked straight up to the bank and I spooked some fish. So this time I'm not gonna make that same mistake. Normally what I do is I'll cast in front of me, kind of do these number right here. I'm standing about 10 foot from the bank, and I'll first kind of put a fly, my lure right in front of me, and then I'll walk up closer. And what that does is, if there's a fish lurking there, at least I presented my lure before I presented myself to the fish. And a lot of times I am so surprised how often I've hooked into a fish that would have probably spooked if I just walked straight up to the bank. And I made that mistake yesterday, twice in fact. Just walked right up there and boom, spooked probably a bigger fish than what I was catching. Got a bunch of little dinks. I think the biggest one was a quarter pounder. Yeah, one very big. But I brought the proof ball. Let me grab it. Right here, I brought my other phone as a camera. So what I'll do is I'll take a picture of this proof ball with the fish, and that's gonna do some AI measurements and give me an indication as to its size from a length perspective, as well as a girth and an estimated weight. That's why I say yesterday the biggest I had was a quarter pounder. It was not very big. but then everything else was even smaller. But hey, that's fishing, and hey, I don't mind. I'm still in the quantity phase. I'm starting to feel like I'm getting to a quality phase where I want to get the bigger fish. But I think I saw a video where a guy was out here fishing, or out in his video fishing, and he's explaining the phases of fishing in the middle of a trip. One moment you're in the quality, big fish phase, and then when you're not getting anything, it's like I'm in the quantity phase. I just want to catch something, so I go through that whole deal also. All right, and right now I'm still in the quantity phase in this trip, at least, because I haven't got anything yet. Gotten anything to strike. Okay, and water's clear. I can see down to the bottom, and I don't see much activity. Normally I'll see some fish activity, something trailing behind the fly at times, bluegills, some bait fish and whatnot. I'm not seeing it right now. We're gonna move through here quickly. Still fish it, but we're gonna move quickly. All right, let's see if we can coax one of these guys maybe to pop out and strike it. I do have to make sure no one's behind me because there's a trail behind me. I don't want to hook into somebody on my back cast. All right, okay. No fish at all I'm seeing. Got the polarized glasses, can see all the way to the bottom, and not seeing something. Well, there might be something here. No, there's a rock. It's a rock. Okay, where are these guys? Wonder if they're out a little bit deeper. I don't know, maybe I'll get something closer to the tree. The other day I've got most of my hits by that tree over there to my right. Okay, gets a little shallow. Oh, something just moved to the left. When in doubt, or when you see fish activity, you cast to it. So I just saw something bubble up over here. Okay, let's cast again. Maybe he went that way. Leaf. Yeah, you see something kind of bubble up. Go ahead and cast to it. Could be a turtle, could be a fish. Okay, just a good rule of thumb. Oh, I just spooked something. I just saw the wake go by. He was right over here by this rock. Dang it. Okay, something's here. I even see the cloud trail. He was right over here. Okay, interesting, it's further out. Okay, let's see if I can keep casting in that general direction then, and let's see if maybe they are looking further out. Okay, all right, come on. We got viewers online here. They need to see some action. I need my tug is a drug fishing addiction here. Come on, come on, come on. Let's see it. All right, back out. Spooked down one, a little cloud trail over here to the left. I didn't see it either until he spooked. Saw the wake go by. All right, it's like a pressure wake when he took off. Okay, all right, edge off to the left or to my right a little bit more. Okay, so we got a little shallow area as well as trees. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Right there was a bass chasing some bluegill. Let's cast it out further. Okay, he was chasing some, I say bluegill, it was some other fish. I don't know if it was a bluegill, but I'm gonna start doing a faster retrieve, these short pulls, and maybe coax up to strike. He came in there hard. I could see the cloud trail. It's like he wanted something. All right, where'd you go? Pop it out. Okay. Yeah, earlier, I was trying to come out here earlier, but had to knock out the leaves. Had a bunch of wind and all that, and a whole bunch of leaves got blown into the yard, and so I took the morning opportunity to knock out that. Oh, look at that. Another bass chasing some little guys. He just took off to the left. Let's see if I can get his attention. Come on, take it. Just shot out from underneath the tree over there. Okay, come on, orange fly, crackleback variant, dilly, get them to strike. That looks like a bait fish if I've ever saw one. All right, let's pop it out here. All right, howdy, howdy. I see some folks joining. Just trying to hook into a fish or two. Okay, I see some bluegill now moving in the shallows here. Maybe we can coax one of these bass to strike this. Little bluegill. All right, let's pop it in here to this shallow area in this cove-like deal. Something just moved to my left. Okay, seeing some movement again, but they're shallow off to my right. Okay, ducks just moved. Okay, I see a bass, little bass. Oh man, he's not looking, he just sat there. He didn't go for the fly. He just kind of sat there. There's another one, little fingerling ones. Let's see if I can get their attention. All right, no, all right. Pop it over here underneath the tree. Okay, there he goes. Oh, shoot, he had it. There was a little hump behind it. He came right up behind it, and I pulled the hook out of his mouth. Okay, all right, let's try it again. Just a little shaky shake movement here. See if I can get him to come up. Oh, wait, over there. Something just jumped. Okay, he came up, swallowed it, spit it out that quickly. Wow, let's get this guy on. Fish on here. I need to call it here soon. Okay, I can see clear water. I could see my fly, and I don't see anything trailing, but I need to tread lightly here because it's shallow here, and there are bass lurking in this area. I already spooked one and already had one hook. So let's see if I can convince them to stay on my hook. Okay, all right, let me pop it out here. Man, I just spooked one. Hit the water hard on that cast. Okay, might get them to turn. Nope, no turns, no turns. Almost, yep, almost. Oh, there's another one moving by. Okay, no, these guys are here, but not getting the aggressive strikes like I was getting the other day. Hopefully it'll pick up soon though. It's getting warmer as we speak, so hopefully they're getting more hungry for more. Okay, here we go. Doing these short pulls, watching for that shadow, pressure wake or something to tell me there's something coming. Okay, all right, a short pull retrieve, let's get it moving. Nope, I don't see anything trailing. Pop it way out there. Hey, there's stuff moving about. It's a good sign. All right. Pause it here and just kind of twitch it. I thought I saw something trailing behind it. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Recast it. Let's take it over here by these rocks. All right. Come on. I need to proof ball this baby. Okay. Take it right to those rocks. I just spooked one over here. He was just over here in the shallows, just under the little undercut. Okay. All right. Nope. All right. Nothing there. Let's pop it out. Okay. Man, I got to get you guys some fish on the line here. Keep the action going here. All right, let's pop it out this way. Working some rocks here. I'm gonna kind of lift it up here and take it into this side. Right here is a little hole or, hooked onto a tree big time. I wrapped it. All right, bear with me. All right, got it off. Woo! Okay, let me clear the line here. All right, let's try some casts here. There's a rocky area here that kind of dips into a deeper area, and I did see some fish moving about. Let's see if I can get something out. There's the branch or dealie that I hooked into. Let's see if I get this guy off. Let's see, where are you? I'm in Texas, Allen, Texas, Bethany Lakes. Okay. Okay, and I'm trying. Got snagged, trying to convince a bass to strike this thing. Something to my left, right in the shallows, right in the shallows. Nope, let's go back over here. Okay, kind of doing a fast twitchy movement to give it a little wake behind it. Give it some action and see if I can convince one to strike. All right, let's take it right over there by the point. Maybe there's a bass lurking over there. Okay. Nope. I got it right on a leaf and a tree. Oh man, one just spooked right over here. Man, I keep spooking them. Let's see if I can fix that. No, that one looks like it's got some leaves on it. Let me clear it. So I was right. There were in these rocks, kind of hidden in there. All right, there it is. Got this junk on there. All right, let's do a couple more casts and then I'm gonna flip over to the other pond behind me. See if there's something lurking over there. Okay, take it right over here. Do a little couple of twitches. Nope. Shoot out a little bit further. Sometimes you'll get that one bass who's just kind of lurking right on that point. All right. But it looks like it's not going to happen today. All right, let's flip over, go on the other side real quick. And then I'm thinking maybe going on that side over there in this one flats area also. Let's see, fly fishing is difficult and I need to learn. It's fun though. Especially when you're hooking into them. All right, let's go over here. Let's try get past these rocks. All right, let's get on this side over here. All right, I'm gonna stand off first. Not make the same mistake I made the other day where I was walking right up to the bank and spooking the fish. Standing off about 10 foot, doing a little shaky motion on the fly. Okay, slowly walking up as I clear the area. Okay, no takers there. Let's pop it over here. By these trees, a little bit shallow here, so maybe I can get them to come up and strike. All right, let's go back over here. A little deeper section here that'll drop off a little bit. I'd say maybe a couple of feet deep. All right, we'll just kind of do some shaky shake movements here. Where are you guys? Okay. All right. Let's go back over here. Oh, man, I hooked into a tree again. Man, I may lose this one too. Man, geez, I lifted up on the rod and yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to grab the branch from here. Maybe. No, I don't think I will. Oh, I might. All right, let me pull. Oh, I might. Nice. All right, I may have lucked out on this. All right, there we go. Salvaged it. That's a win already. I hooked onto this when I flipped it out of the water and I hooked onto the tree. Let's see, Bahia Cinco. Cincos are good, yeah, Cincos are really good. Used to come out here with a 4-inch Gary Yamamoto Cinco watermelon and green pumpkin watermelon, red and black flake, and would kill them on that. Yeah, Cincos are nice. Other thing is they tend to hold on to the lure longer, so you got a better chance of a hook set too when they do take it. And back then, which I still do now, is I was using a high-vis line because I tended to watch the line when I'm Senko fishing, as well as when I'm fly fishing or fishing in general. Watch that line. It could tell you a lot. All right. Let's keep popping it here. See if Mr. Bass wants to play today. Okay, had one take so far and I didn't seal the deal. And I'm here on the back pond and just kind of working it quickly, seeing if maybe something lurking here. I think I'm gonna fish it faster though, just because I'm not getting much action. Yeah, let's do that. A lot of trees, a lot of grass, I mean. Duckies. Oh, all right, I hope I'm snagged on the ground. Okay, let's pop it out this way. Okay, need it to soak a little. There we go. See if Mr. Bass wants to come up and play. Come on, where are you? Maybe it's the orange. I was using a cream brownish colored one yesterday. This orange I was hoping would give more viz and maybe get them to strike more readily as well. But I'm not seeing it right now. Okay, pop it out that way. Work it in fast. All right. Take it out this way and then I'm gonna walk around here. We're gonna come back around this area here, see if we can get something that might be lurking nearby. Okay, I'm just gonna pop the fly in between these trees as we go out. Okay, just kind of probe the area. Maybe we might locate some of them. Okay, what's weird is I'm not seeing much activity. I saw some activity back there and then it kind of quieted down elsewhere. Of course, there was a part of the pond where it was in the sun. So maybe it heated up more. I don't know, we'll just keep working it. Okay, here's another open area. Let's see, let's pop it out here. It's shallow. I think I hear somebody behind me. Yeah, okay. Don't want to hook into somebody behind me. Okay, all right, we'll just keep working it. Keep working it. Okay, all right, these people are stopping at the culvert, taking a look at a turtle. Yep, there's turtles, yeah. Okay, this whole area is shallow, surprisingly shallow. And I'm hoping to coax maybe a bass or two that was cruising the shallows to hit, but looks like it may be slim pickings. And folks out here to my right have stopped, they're looking at the ducks, so may have to skirt around them. All right, I think someone's gonna cast. Someone's gonna do their frisbee golf thing. Okay. Shot it off to the left. All right, let's all head to the feeder creek and see if something's lurking over there. All right. Yeah, the other day when I was by the feeder creek, saw a bunch of bass in there. That was the day after the front came through. So we'll work our way around and kind of sneak up on them and see if maybe they're still there. Okay. All right, that's the feeder creek. I can see a bunch of stuff over there clobbering it right now. But I'm thinking, well, at least with some water flow, there should be an open enough area I can peek in there and see. It's got a lot of these leaves and needles and whatnot from the trees, pine needles or whatever needles. Okay, oh, yeah, it's clobbered. All right, I'm gonna walk up slowly to it and see if I can get a glimpse of maybe a bass lurking in here. It seems very consistent that there's always something kind of lurking here. All right, what do I see? Oh, I don't see anything. Move up a little bit more. Okay, I see a bluegill. Okay, more bluegill. Let's see. Don't see any bass moving about. All right, well, then maybe they're in this part of the pond now versus being over there where it was all cold, and it's a little deeper here. So let me get a couple of casts out here real quick. I'll start on the other side and bring it in. Maybe they're lurking over here on the shallows. All right, so let me pop it over, see if something they want to strike, who's just kind of sunning themselves maybe. All right, let's pop it over right out there. Let's see. Come on. No, watching the fly line and the fly, seeing if getting a reaction from anything around. All right, let's pop it over here. Right over here in this corner. Maybe something's lurking over here. No, I'm getting into some leaves. Let's pop it over across. Try getting it up close to those reeds or vegetation on the other side. I'll try edging close to it after this next cast here, or after this cast. Okay, let's pop it out there. There we go. A little bit closer. Man, no bassy. This is very surprising. Okay, I got that one right. Oh, something just moved by. Got it right in the shallows, and I just saw something move by it. Nope. Okay, let's pop it out there again, right on the edge. No. Do this steady retrieve. Start twitching it a little too. No. Wow, very interesting. This is not good. Howdy, howdy. Just trying to coax a fish to strike. So far, we had one swipe at the fly, but it's been kind of slow after that. I don't get it because normally on days like this, being so warm, we should have at least had a chance to hook into a fish. I'm gonna go cross over here the river and go to the other side here real quick. Okay. Oh yeah. Venturesome here. All right, cut across and gonna hit that back cove and see if there might be some passing bluegill and bass lurking over there. All right, and this is where we just were on the other side now. I'll just kind of scan the water, see if I might see some movement. All right, so I've been out last day of the year, 31st. Went out January 1. Was able to catch fish. Here it is, January 2. Yeah, January 2. And I'm already getting the skunk, possibly. So let's see if I can avoid that. See if I can get me a fish on so that we don't break the streak, which is basically 2 days right now. Or two trips, third trip here now. Let's go. Actually, it's the second trip of the year. Third trip in a row. Okay. All right. Let's work our way over here. A lot of ducks. This whole flats area right here, maybe a foot. Some areas 2 foot. Summertime is loaded with bluegill. Spring, loaded with bluegill. They're just all kind of hanging out, and you can come out here and easily catch them. Oops. But right now, trying to catch them on the fly, I don't know. But I'm hoping that I could prove otherwise here in a moment. Okay, really looking for bass though. Let's see. All right, close now. Gotta watch this because I think the folks are gonna use this spot to do the little frisbee golf thing here, as well as the next, I think the next hole or whatever is over here to my left. Okay, so mainly just wanna do a few casts here, see if I can get one to strike, and we'll move on if we don't. Okay, come on. All right, let's pop it out. Let me do a longer cast and do a short pull retrieve and see if that might coax him to strike. Let's see, short pulls. Okay, see the fly moving through the water. Not seeing anything coming up behind it yet, no blow up. All right, let's go across here. All right, well, it looks like this is gonna be one of them streams where it's gonna be slim pickings. Okay, but we're not giving up yet. All right. Okay, it just takes one spot where they're chilling, and next thing you know, one just moved up there. I think I just saw him rise up. Oh yeah, there we go. Rose up, and then another one kind of spooked nearby. See if I can get him to hit. Come on. Take it. Oh. Okay, a couple of little risers there. Should have been a done deal. Never a done deal. All right, let's go across here. All right, what do we got here? How many fish? None. 0 so far. Trying hard for one right now. Okay, only had one strike so far, and I didn't hook him well. He got off, or really didn't get hooked at all. He just kind of came up and played with the fly and got off very quickly. Okay, so at this point, I'm really just trying to cover water, see if I can locate him. Okay, have seen some activity, promising activity too. Actually looked bigger than some of the ones I was catching yesterday. All right, let me cut over to the other side of this tree, get to an opening, and I'm gonna cast to my left where there's some more shallow water, but I'm hoping there might be some bass kind of cruising the flats, baby. Okay, let's take it out here. Steady short pull retrieve. Let's see what happens. Okay, no, pop it out this way. Twitchy twitch action. No, pop it out. Let's go further out. All right, let's see. At this point, I'm watching the fly, but I'm also watching behind it, because sometimes you'll get that indication of fish trailing it when you see that little hump behind it or that wake. All right, I'm getting into some junk here. All right, let's go walk to the other side. Okay, fishing streamers. Yeah, I am. Pretty much it's a streamer. It's a crackleback variant that is being fished wet, and it mimics a little minnow. Okay, let's try this section here, and then let's see what happens. Stand off from the bank a little so I don't spook anything. Okay, sun's in my eyes. Okay, just gonna work my way to the right. Okay, I don't know, I was hoping with this warmer temperatures has to be a lot more active. All right, I'm gonna go on this point and fish left and right and see what happens. Okay, let's go over here and let's cast back this way. See if something may be lurking about out here. Okay, I got some grass on it. Yeah, I do. Get it off. That won't work. All right, let's get this grass off. All right, look at that, all over it. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, there's a hit. Oh, man. He struck and got off. Bummer. See if he'll hit it again. Splashed on it and then didn't hook. Wow, that's two now that I've had missed hook sets. Okay, let's try it again. All right. Okay, don't see the fly, but I'm watching my fly line. Pop it out. Pop it out. There we go. And he had it. I missed him. It could have been the fish. At least caught one today. I don't know. Not ready to give up yet. I can feel it. It's gonna happen here. Do. Jeez, he was right there and he popped it. Okay, there's some branches there. Let's go further out. See if I can get one to boil up on it. Come on, come on. Boil up on it. Okay, let's go further out. All right, what's over this? These guys are killing me. All right, let's pop it out that way. Wonder if I need to switch flies. I certainly like this fly though. Okay, 2 hits on it, and lo and behold, I missed them. I like being able to fish this thing fairly shallow because I am fishing shallow waters. Okay, let's see if he may be over here. No, let's go on the other side of this tree. All right, other side of the tree. All right, hooked onto something. Man. I think I'm hooked onto the ground. Yeah, I am. All right, let's get that off there. Got it snagged in this bush. Holy cow, he's really snagged. Get that off. There we go. Got it. All right, I'm still snagged here. Get some of this line picked up. I don't need as much line. Let's see. Hello, how are you? Doing fine, doing fine. Trying to get a fish today, and so far I've missed twice. Okay, see if there's something sneaking up over here to the left. Okay, gotta watch my back cast. I can hear some kids behind me, and they're completely clueless when it comes to a back cast a lot of times, especially the younger ones, so gotta just heed that they're there. Okay, let's just kind of do a little shaky shake motion, hoping that I can get maybe a passing bass to strike. This is weird, very weird. Not sure where they're at. Okay. Let's switch flies. Just hoping to catch them on this thing, but survey says time to switch. So we're gonna switch. I'm gonna put on this other fly that I believe I was using the other day, and that one seemed to do well. So let's see if I can use them again. Fly box is really messy still from the other day. Look at this thing. It's a huge Guadalupana. Let's try that. Let's try a bigger fly, maybe coax a bigger fish to strike. See if Mr. Big Guy wants to play. And this one's tied on a size 8 hook, or no, size 6 hook. I was using a size 8 earlier. And this is a Guadalupana, a variant of the Guadalupana fly, which is tied, specifically targeting Guadalupe bass over there on the Guadalupe River, and originated from Lefty Chavez, who designed this fly on a larger size hook. I believe it was a size 2, and was meant to swing the fly in the current on the Guadalupe in some of the faster waters. And when I say swing, you cast perpendicular, let it swing to an angle, and then down river, and then as it goes down river, you pick up on the slack, and that pickup on the slack causes the fly to rise. And at the tail end of the swing, a lot of times you would get these Guadalupe bass to strike, if not some trout too, because they do have some rainbows down there. What do you want to catch? Anything right now. I'm in the just want to get a fish phase right now. Okay, there's people walking behind me, so I gotta wait for them to pass. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna kind of stage myself here and cast further out into the pond and just kind of work the fly in this manner and see if and get a passing bass to strike. Okay, here I just stick with these short pull retrieves. Look for that line pickup and also the feel of the line when you get the strike. Kind of work in this area at an angle too. Okay, cast straight out. I'm gonna do this short pull retrieve. Let's see if we can get something bigger to bite compared to some of the stuff we were getting the other day. Because if we're not going to get some numbers, might as well go for some bigger guys. All right, see if I can coax one of these bigger guys to strike. All right. Okay, there we go, right there. All right, little slow pickup. Feels like a little bass, not a big guy. All right, at least I didn't strike out. All right, first fish of the day. Went for the Guadalupana. All right, so time to proof ball it. What do I say, proof ball? I grab this proof ball gadget here and put it on my finger like so, and see, actually no, I need to somehow hold this right there. Okay, and then I need to, hard to do with one hand, but get my other phone and I'm gonna use it to take a picture, and that is gonna be my proof to go and whatchamacallit. Come on, capture. Oh wow, I don't have it set. I got it, there we go. This is gonna be my proof I caught a fishy, and it's gonna measure it for me and tell me how big, how little he is. Right, isn't that funny? So I fished this whole time with the little orange crackleback. Shift over to this pattern, and within 2 casts, I already got a fish. So does that mean I wasted that whole time? No, because I was specifically trying to catch something on that particular fly. Challenge, like a challenge for yours truly is what I was trying to do, and really wanted to catch something on it. But when slim pickings happens, I don't have to hit me twice on the head. Time to switch flies. All right, let me get my line cleared out. Okay, I'm using a 5-weight weight forward fly line, 6-weight, 5-weight fly reel, and a 5-weight fly rod, and get some pretty decent casts with it. And that one was a short pull retrieve like this, and he picked up on the line. I set the hook and brought him in. So we'll just do the same thing here. May mix up the spot because let's go in this direction. Let's go out that way. Let it sink a little. Short pull retrieve, and hopefully we'll get Mr. Bigger Bass to strike. Mr. Bigalito. Right, okay, I'm gonna come back over here to my left. There's a channel right here, kind of does one of these things right here that kind of parallels or kind of matches the contour of the pond, and sometimes I can get them staged. I think one time I came out here years ago and I caught like 10 out of this one spot, just going back and forth. Someone walking behind me. Okay, just do a quick roll cast. Okay, pop it over here. Maybe something's lurking nearby. Okay, let's get it out that way. See if Mr. Bass wants to play again. All right, well that feels good. I didn't strike out. I got 1. Let's see if we make it 2. Okay, nope, not feeling the pickup. Let's pop it out here. Some more people walking by. Wonder if I need a cast to my right. Let's do that. Let's go back here. And, oh, look, looks like, I think those are little bluegill or bass, not bass, little bluegill. I'm just gonna work it in close here because it is pretty shallow, or not shallow, but it is got some possibilities. I can see where it's kind of dropping off a little bit. All right, see if something's lurking here. Oh well, yeah, feels much better now that I've at least caught one. All right, looks like it's gonna be slim pickings, but let's see, make sure I'm clear behind me. More people coming behind me. Okay, so we just kind of take it easy right now. Wait for these folks to pass, and then I'll cast. Okay. Get my line staged in front of me so I can cast it quickly once the lane opens up. Okay, all right, they're gone. Okay, all right, let's get it out there. Okay, let it sink a little. Okay, pop it over. All right, short pull, feeling for, there's the hit right there. Felt the tension on the line. He's actually pulling good. All right, I got a runner, Yeah, okay, a little bit bigger. All right, okay, so they're further out and they're just kind of chilling, it looks like. Bass number 2 for you, hoo. All right, let's proof ball them. And later on, I'll put in the community post the snapshot that shows what the this deal says it is. Its estimate of weight, girth, and length. So just need to go get my camera ready. Okay. This is my burner phone. Paid like 19 bucks for it, and I mainly use it for a camera, but I do also use it for some other applications for some of the streaming that I do. Basically, it's a pretty cool camera for 20 bucks. Get it on sale, of course. All right, fish number 2 for you, hoo, or for me, on the Guadalupeana. All right, I know I said I was trying to catch them on the little crackleback variant, but you know, you gotta roll with the times. In this case, the time said switch flies, okay? And here I'm just doing this right here. Shore pull, retrieve, cast it out, rinse and repeat. All right, and here I'm casting sort of a backhand. My back cast is what I'm actually casting because I'm facing this way. I got this tree behind me. I can't go overhead because of this stuff here, but I do have a gap right here. All right, and so what I'll do is I'll kind of let my line go out, and I'm like as if I'm gonna cast in front of me, and then I just flip it over. I cast behind me, and my back cast is actually gonna be my cast. That's my workaround when I have something like that in this situation. Okay, and right there, another one. Rinse and repeat, okay? Feels just like the other one, maybe. Oh yeah, all right, rinse and repeat. I just took about an hour to figure out that I had a pattern going here. He may be bigger than the other one. We'll see with the proof ball. All right. Yeah, he feels a little bit bigger. Okay. All right. And yeah, let's proof ball him. Put the little proof ball on the finger. Grab the old burner camera, burner phone here, and smile, you're on camera. And I will get this out probably tonight in the community post. Full beans. Splashola. All right, and that was on that back cast, which is actually my forward cast, or actually my cast setup here. So I'll do it again here. And then I think someone asked me about my knotted leader, my DIY leader, where I don't buy the expensive $9, $12 tapered leaders that are knotless. You know, I like fishing, and some stuff gets pretty expensive at times, but this is 30-pound mono with a perfection loop-to-loop connection, where I just kind of tied my own loop here because this line didn't come with a loop. I could do a nail knot with a mono short perfection loop extension there, but back then I was doing this. And with the 30-pound comes some 15-pound mono, followed by a little tippet ring there. And guess what? Here's my high expensive $8-pound high-vis, or correction, 6-pound high-vis strand mono. It's the same one that I use for my BFS gear. Ultralight bait casting. A guide once told me from Texas, Oklahoma, he said, hey, we're not fishing these finicky fish. These guys will hit. Just good old strand mono works just as well as a tippet. So I got a lifetime supply of some 6-pound tippet. It's like a spool of 1,000 or 1,500. Yeah, I got it on sale. And of course, got to take advantage of those, you know. All right, so three. A little guy and 2 bigger guys, not big, but bigger, caught over here on Short pull retrieve, rinse and repeat. Just keep going till you get a hit. And I'm waiting right now because we got some folks behind me. All right, any call outs? What do you want to catch? Catching bass. Looks like we got some folks on. Really appreciate you guys coming. For those that gutted it out, tell you what, it was slim pickings, but it looks like at least I got some more strikes happening. All right, go ahead and throw the line over here. Rinse and repeat. Feel that tension. In this case, I'm mainly feeling the fish taking, and I'll feel tension on the line, where the line tightened up on me. That's really the strike, not this vicious, you just pulled it out of my hands thing. No, it's just, oh, wait a minute, it feels a little tighter. So let me just tighten up the line some more. Next thing you know, I got them on the line. All right, okay, so let's do another one of these. Backhand is my forward cast, so giving me some room and behind me right there, and then I flop it over, and there's my cast. All right, that one got away from me though. I didn't grab the line, so I ended up slapping the water, but let's see if we can get something still. Okay, rinse and repeat. Let's see if we can get a third one out of this particular spot. Come on, come on. Nope. All right, let's go and let's see. Let's try this direction here. I think I got enough room behind me that I can coax a cast in, but let me pick up some of this line. Bad line managed for yours truly. I tend to just kind of flop my line everywhere. Okay, let me get clear it. Okay, let's see. Maybe Mr. Bass is over here to the left now. Come on, Mr. Bass. Talk to me. Feel the line, feel the fly, be the rod, be the fish. Oh yeah, I was not the fish. He tugged it, he was running. Jeez, oh jeez. Yep, that's fishing for you. In real life fishing, IRL. Mistakes and all, and that sure was a mistake. I had him right there. He was right at the tail end and he pulled out line on me. But this seems to be working right now. Just this little short twitch like this, and that tension on the line is that indication you got to strike. And this Guadalupe is really delivering today. Okay, all right, let's go back this way. I got a clear zone behind me. Okay, I'm gonna let that one sink a little. Okay, let's do it. Short pull retrieve. Come on, Ghost Rider. This is where he picked it up last time, right here. And then boom, I wasn't ready. I was not ready. He got me off guard. He got the tater salad. All right, let's flip it. Let's go. Another one of these fancy, I just need to get the fly in the water cast. This is no, what do you call it? It's whatever you guys takes. Just get your dang fly in the water. None of that fancy schmancy fly casting lessons. Just get that baby in. All right, let's do it. Come on. All right, no love on this one. Come on, peoples. Let's see. It's been a while since I fished over there by the water fountain. And that one has been like hit or miss over the years. It used to be like a consistent place where I used to catch catfish on the fly rod, just working this area here between these trees and cast toward the fountain. And I was surprised how many hits I got there. But fountain is kind of pushed out a little bit. Sometimes it's closer, sometimes it's further. Oh, look at this right there. We got some bass, it looks like, moving in the shallows. Okay. All right, so go right in between these two trees here, and I'm gonna have to pay very close attention to who's behind me, because this trail is popular, and I'm standing right here casting. There's a good possibility I might hook into someone if I don't pay attention. Look at that, I just spooked one up close. Spooked one up close. Okay, and here I'm just kind of poking my fly near the trees in case something's lurking back in there. Someone's coming up over here to my left. So I'm just gonna keep to some short casts. Really just kind of probing the area to make sure there's nothing close by before I switch over to casting further out. Second person walking by. All right, there's another person coming here soon. Let me get some line out and pop it out. Ah, shoot. Bad setup. Okay, there we go. All right, short pull retrieve, let's go. See if Mr. Bass wants to play. Or Mr. Catfish. I'm not picky. Even Mr. Bluegill. I'm not picky. All right, still walking up. Boy, these guys are walking slow. Holy cow. I guess I'm gonna have to stay close in again, wait for them to walk behind me. Okay. Oh man. When I use my OPST Skagit head, I actually can get some pretty decent roll casts and switch casts. With this weight forward here, don't get as far a cast as I normally do with that OPST. Now they're stopping. Why are they stopping? Holy cow. Why are they stopping? The dog. Okay. There's the dog. Okay. They're letting their dog do something. All right. Let's go ahead and short pull retrieve. Okay. Short pull. Talk to Miss Smalls. Come on. All right. Man, these guys are denying me. All right. Let's go to this corner here. So this one corner, you got to be careful because there's an anchor line there. When I say anchor line, it's the anchor line that goes to the fountain. And that anchor line has eaten so many lures, to include yours truly's lures, flies, bait rigs, etc. But it also is a little deeper. Okay, so one day when this place not flooded, but got really dry, this area drops off or is about 2 to 3 feet deep here, right about the end of that wall. Come out a little bit more, it's more like about a 4 foot or so. And then back out there, on this side will be deeper. On the other side, the city workers will come out in their chest waders and get up just past their waist and do maintenance on that fountain. On the drought years, shoot, you could probably walk out there no problem without even worrying about it going past your waist, if not your thighs. But here you got to be careful because there is that anchor. What I'll do here is I'll just do one of these fish of opportunity. I cast it out and just stick with this short pull retrieve, and it's rinse and repeat basically till I get a hit or till I move on to the next spot. And sometimes I won't move on. I'll just sit right here and just keep going because I'm certain I'm going to get a fish. And I've certainly skunked here many a time, because I'm hard-headed. All right, let me edge this way a little bit. So when I first started fishing here, that tree was that thick. I could grab it with my hand. It's now big. Okay, and it's still a pain in the ass, if you know what I mean, because it's right here at my back cast. Right there. Tell you what, city architect, I think he's a non-fisherman. He's like, hey, wait a minute. This is a good spot right here. A perfect spot to put a tree. Yeah. Anyways, I'm ranting. Okay, rinse and repeat. Let's try doing a couple more casts here, and then I'm gonna have to call it. Almost 5 o'clock, and I've got some honeydews to do, and lo and behold, here in another couple of days, next Monday, I'll be back at my day job, so these live streams won't be as often as I wish they would be. But certainly stay tuned. I'll be doing more of these in 2026, hopefully, as well as I'll continue doing a long-form version of these where I do some editing on it, as well as some shorts, YouTube shorts, some highlight videos or clips. Ah, dang it, I got it on my shoes here. Okay. All right. And then also I'll be doing some metal detecting. I got another channel that I've had for a while. It's called Zeke's Metal Detecting Finds. I call it Zeke because I think it's a cool pen name to use. Zeke, after Zeke Rutledge, which is a fake name of a... There's a hit. Man. Okay, wait. It's not too late. It's only 5. It's 5 till 5. It's 5 till 5. So let's go ahead and cast it again. All right, and so what I was telling you about this tree, so here's where I want to cast. And I want to go actually further, but look at that. That's it, right there. And over the years, I've hooked that tree many times. And so what I do is I'll shift over to the left a little bit, but I won't get that presentation I was looking for, which is straight down this lane right here. All right, and I just had that hit there. All right, let's pop it out this way. Just had a hit, so. Short pull retrieves. See if I can coax one to hit again before I call it. Okay, come on. Let's do it. And it does get shallow back here because right over here is a little party pavilion thing behind me. When you go onto that little overlook, you can see in the water and you can see it's fairly shallow, like 1 to 2 foot. So you're actually transitioning from a shallow area into a slightly deeper area. Well, this is why it's a good spot, just you gotta watch that anchor line. That anchor line definitely loves fishing gear. Yep, it definitely loves fishing gear. All right, let's go back this way. I'm gonna try one more thing. Okay, so right here, I think I've got a clear enough back cast I can shoot it out this way. So let me get this started. All right, there we go. All right, let's try that. Okay, we'll let it soak, and yeah, we'll let it soak. Here we go. Come on, Fishgado. Let's do it. Do it to it. Come on. That last hit got me going here. Come on. There. Oh, okay. All right. Here I'm going into dangerous territory because that anchor is somewhere right in here. Okay. So could be do or die here. I hate to lose my Guadalupe Anna, but luckily that's a tie that I'm actually pretty proficient in. And I do have all the components. I won't have to go out and buy some more material. I already got it at the ready, which is one of the reasons why I took up fly tying. I mainly tie flies that I fish, which means flies that I lose, break-offs, snags, catching fish, fish tearing it apart. And what I find is being able to tie your own fly is, one, much cheaper, plus I don't have to wait or rely on a store. As long as I have the components, I don't have to wait for a store to open or a package to deliver. I just have that material ready to go. So I just maintain a stock of the materials that I use for these different flies, and as I get low on one, I'll just buy some more of that particular daily. All right, okay. Had my blood pumping on that one that I had on briefly. Okay, well, again, like I was saying, we'll be doing more of these in 2026. Appreciate you guys joining. Loving all these gifts and all that. Really appreciate it. It's been awesome. You guys are awesome, and hopefully you guys can partake in some of the fun, and maybe, as my channel says, learn to fish by my trials and errors, and who knows, maybe you might be able to catch a fish or two. All right. Next time I catch y'all, living good luck and good fishing.